Hello everyone. Welcome to my online lecture series. I am Mr. Aditya Bhagat, Assistant Professor in Botany at SVKT College, Devadali Camp, Nasik. Today we are going to learn about the topic chloroplast in class TYBSc Botany, that is Botany paper number 5th, that is Cell and Molecular Biology. So before start the today's lecture, we just review on that previous sessions or lecture, that is a recap. In that previous lecture, we have discussed the components of cell wall. There are four main components of the cell wall, such as a middle lamella, primary cell wall, secondary cell wall and tertiary cell wall. These are discussed in that previous lecture. Then also details study of these ultrastructures of the cell wall and such types of ultrastructures of this cell wall which can seen only the electron microscope. And then also studied, that is the functions of the cell wall which can perform the various function, that is the protective in layer to the plants, then also supporting in nature to perform the rigidity, or various kinds of these functions are performed by this cell wall and also provides this activity to the plants. So all these points are discussed in that previous lecture. Here the session agenda of this today's lecture, we will discuss in the today's lecture is here components of the chloroplast, then also detailed study of this ultrastructure of the chloroplast and to study the function of the chloroplast. All these 3 points are discussed in this today's lecture. The learning objectives of this today's lecture is here to discuss the components of chloroplast, then to describe the ultrastructures of the chloroplast and to study the functions of chloroplast. This is the learning objectives of this today's sessions. Okay, this is today's session, that is chloroplast. We will describe here only the chloroplast in detail because of 2 reasons. Firstly, the most common plastids of many plant cells, and second reason is that here they perform the photosynthetic activity of greatest biological importance or significance. So by the process of this photosynthesis, the chloroplast synthesize carbohydrate which contains the energy in the form of chemical energy, and such a chemical energy which can utilized by all living beings to perform the various life activities. That means such a types of chemical energy which is consumed or utilized by the all living things beings to perform the various life activity. So you remember that the chloroplast distributed in the cytoplasms of the plant cell, and they have various size, shape and numbers from species to species. It contains the numbers of materials such as proteins, lipids, then some pigment are present in this chloroplast is here, that is chlorophyll pigments, then carotenoids pigments, and also some genetics material are present in this chloroplast such as DNA and RNA. So here the chloroplast are mainly found in the mesophyll cells in the plant's leaves. So see this figure, you have taken the part of this plant such as the leaf, then to take the sections of this leaf and to observe the under the microscope. In that TS of leaf, there are various cells are or tissues are observed or seen in these sections of this leaf. So mesophyll cell mainly. So in that mesophyll cell, the mainly the chloroplast are present. So this is the chloroplast, which is found in mainly the mesophyll cells. So this is the introductions about the chloroplast. Then moving to the next point, that is components of the chloroplast. There are four main components of the chloroplast, such as outer membrane, then inner membrane, stroma and thylakoid membrane. Here we will discuss the one by one. First upon outer membrane. It is also known as the envelope. The outer membrane is the semiporous membrane and is permeable to small molecules and ions which can diffuse easily. And this envelope, which is also the protection in nature to the various organelles of this chloroplast. Here the first membrane is the outer membrane. Then second one, inner membrane. See, this is the inner membranes of this chloroplast. So inner membranes is forms a border to the stroma. So this can form the border to stroma. It regulates the passage of materials in and out of the chloroplast. That means it can exchange the materials in and out of this chloroplast. So it regulates the various activity. Then it can synthesize the fatty acids material, lipids and subpigments is here, carotenoids are synthesized in the inner membrane of this chloroplast. So such these types of material like fatty acids, lipids and carotenoids, which can synthesize in this membrane. So after that inner membrane, the next components of the chloroplast is stroma. This is the portions of stroma. The stroma is an alkaline material, alkaline in nature, also aqueous fluid that is protein in rich. And so this stroma, which is present between or present within the inner membrane of this chloroplast. See, this is the components of this stroma and which can present within the inner membrane of this chloroplast. So the outside space, this is the outside space of this stroma. So this outside face of the thylakoids which can filled with the stroma. That means this is the thylakoids and the thylakoid membrane which is surrounded to the stroma. So this is the stroma, and then last one important components of this chloroplast is the thylakoid. Okay. But before discuss the thylakoid, we remember this point, the stroma lamellae. The stroma lamellae, which is connection between these two thylakoid membrane or connection between two grana membrane. So this is the stroma lamellae, and after that the thylakoids. Come to the thylakoid points. The thylakoid is the collection of membranous sacs is called as the thylakoids, and it is suspended in the stroma portion. These types of thylakoid membrane which is suspended in the stroma portion, and mainly the chlorophyll pigments are found to it. That is, the chlorophyll pigments are found in this thylakoid membrane. So one more important organelle, not organelle, that is components, that is intermembrane space. So intermembrane space is usually thin in nature, then about the 10 to 20 nanometer in diameter, and it is present between the outer and inner membrane of this chloroplast. That means this is the intermembrane space, and which is present between the inner and outer membrane of this chloroplast. This is the components of this chloroplast. Then next point, ultrastructure of the chloroplast. This is also important point of this chloroplast. The ultrastructure, that means it is the minute structure and especially which is present in the plant cell, and this such a types of ultrastructure which can seen only the highly magnified electron microscope. So now discuss the ultrastructure of this chloroplast. There are various membrane Then various materials are present in the ultrastructure of this chloroplast. This the first portion, outer membrane, then inner membrane, membrane envelope, some material like ribosomes, then genetics material, starch grain, also thylakoid membrane, granum and stroma lamellae are present in the ultrastructure of this chloroplast. So discuss the some one by one points. The envelope. The envelope is here. This is the membrane envelope. The membrane envelope of this chloroplast are the important membrane or important part of these organelles by the protection in nature. The entire chloroplast, which are bounded by an envelope which is made up of a double unit membrane, and across these double unit membranes the envelope occurs exchange of the molecules between the chloroplast and cytosols. The importance, this is the importance part of this chloroplast. Then stroma. The stroma, which is fill most of the volume of the chloroplast, and this kind of this stroma is the gel fluid like phase that surrounded the thylakoid grana. That means the stroma which is surrounded to this thylakoid grana. This is the thylakoid, and the collection of this whole portion of this thylakoid, this is the grana. So the stroma contain about the 50% of proteins of the chloroplast, and most of which are soluble in nature or soluble in type. The stroma plays important role as the CO2 fixations and synthesize the sugar, starch and carbohydrate material. That means the stroma which can absorb the CO2, that is carbon dioxide. Then before that which can synthesize the some energetic materials. This is the discussion about this stroma. Then also important, the part of this chloroplast is here, that is the thylakoid. The thylakoids is the sac-like structure. It consists of flattened and closed vesicle arranged as the membranous network. It shows the membranous network between these two thylakoids. The outer surface of these thylakoids, which is contact with stroma. This is the outer surface of this thylakoid which is contact with the stroma portion, and inner surface enclose an intrathylakoid space. There may be 40 to 80 grana in this thylakoid membrane, which is contain 40 to 80 grana in the matrix of this chloroplast. The numbers of thylakoid per granas may vary from 1 to 15 in numbers or more in numbers. So for example, they may be single thylakoids which can mainly present in the red algae or red alga. Some pair thylakoids membrane which is mainly present in a Chrysophyta algae, that is also known as the golden algae, and multiple thylakoids which is mainly present in green algae and higher plants. So this is the example of this thylakoid membranes or thylakoid grana which is present in their numbering in that particular or especially such a types of these organelles or organisms such as red alga, Chrysophyta, green algae and higher plants. So there are also some materials are present in this membrane, ribosomes. The ribosomes plays as an important role as the protein synthesis. Then also present the starch grain material as the energetic materials, and this stroma lamellae. The stroma lamellae which is connection between these two grana or the these two grana which is hold together by this stroma lamellae. This is the ultrastructure of this chloroplast, and such a types of this ultrastructure which is mainly seen in electron microscope because of this is the highly complex structure. Okay. Then moving to the last point, in these sessions, that is the functions of cell wall. The chloroplast, which are the important organelles, are present in the cytoplasms of the plant cells, and this chloroplast, which is present the various functions. Last point is here, that is the functions of chloroplast. So the chloroplast, which can important organelles, are present in the cytoplasms of the plants, and it performs the various function of the plants. So here it can performs the photosynthesis activity or process of photosynthesis. In that photosynthesis, there are divide these two part of this photosynthesis, such as light reactions, and second one is the dark reaction. In that light reactions, the solar energy are trapped and to form the chemical energy of ATP and reduce the powers of NADPH. And this light reactions is also known as the Hill reaction, and this light reaction which can mainly present in the thylakoid membrane of the chloroplast. And second part of this photosynthesis, that is the dark reaction, is also known as the Kelvin reactions. So in that reactions, the CO2 which is absorbed to it, and ultimately they are produce the carbohydrates as the energetic materials. So this is the dark reaction, and these dark reactions which is present in the stroma of this chloroplast organ. That means it can perform the photosynthesis activity. That means to produce the or to synthesize the food material in the presence of light. So this is the photosynthesis. Then the chloroplast are also the plays the important function is here to productions of ATP by the photophosphorylations. ATP is the energetic molecules or energetic materials, and which can produced by the photophosphorylation. The photophosphorylation, that means its synthesis of the ATP from ADP and phosphate material that occurs in a plant using the solar energy, and such types of solar energy which can absorb during the photosynthesis process. Then after that, it can productions of NADPH2 molecules and oxygen as the result of photolysis of water, and it can also plays the important role is here, that is plant defense against the pathogen. That means the chloroplast which can provide the protections against the pathogens to the plants. So these are the four main functions of this chloroplast. Then student assignment. Here three questions. First one, enlist the components of chloroplast. Then second question, describe ultrastructures of chloroplast. Then third question is here, enlist the functions of chloroplast. All these three questions are solved in your notebook and to send the official Google Classroom. Summary of this today's sessions. Here in that sessions we will discuss these components of the chloroplast. There are four main components of this chloroplast, like outer membrane, inner membrane, stroma and thylakoid membranes are discussed in today's sessions. Then also study the ultrastructure of this chloroplast. Then such a types of ultrastructure which can seen only electron microscope. That means these are the highly complex structure, and also enlisting the some functions of chloroplast. All these 3 points are discussed in today's sessions. In that next lecture we will discuss the components of endoplasmic reticulums, then also describes the ultrastructures of endoplasmic reticulums and study the functions of endoplasmic reticulums. So these 3 points are discussed in next lecture. Thank you.